Good evening. Hello. It looks like we have one person here, and that is Stephen P. Welcome. Now we have 4 people. Welcome. Cosmin might be here. Welcome. Zenny's here. Welcome. I'm about to start making pizza, so likely lurking a bit. I forgive you. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay. Just so you know, that was Jenna messaging me during my live stream. And welcome in Diane. And Cosmin is still here. Welcome. And there's maybe the notification that I'm live. Maybe. What's that? It is. All right. It's going to be a quick one tonight. I screwed things up. I talked a lot on Monday. And the stuff I talked about on Monday is the stuff I should have talked about tonight. Because Monday should have been more games and stuff like that. But nobody reminded me. There's Jenna. Welcome in, Jenna. And Crypt Keeper, welcome. It is to remind you not to go past the hour so you don't encroach on FFL stream. I'm going to stop a few minutes early so everyone has a chance to go use the bathroom and get a beverage before FFL. You didn't have to look at your phone. I always have to look at my phone. For sure. All right. Excuse me. So, let's see here. There we go. Outstanding. All right. So, Crypt Keeper's here. So, one thing I do want to talk about is something I'm working on, because people that are smart, like Tim and Grant, don't need a document like this. But people like me, especially that are newer into the shrimp family or hobby or world, whatever you want to call it, we need something like this. So something that I am working on, if I can find it, right. Hold on. Oh, I know what I did. There we go. Let's try this again. So I am working on something that looks like this with information from Tim. It's like 95% from Tim, 4% from Grant, and 1% from me. Now, I do know that he has since sent me an update to this that I need to work on right here, so we'll do it live. So this one, it's a B. All parents. So this one here, I believe I need to move up T. I need to insert a row below. I need to put it right here because it is allegedly a B and not a. Well, wait, it has to be a cross. I could be wrong because it is a cross. It's a cross between a Taiwan bee and a crystal. And right, help me out here, Tim. I'm just super confused now. Oh no. Oh, Tim wants to join us. Oh my god, this is exciting. All right, hold on. How do I do this? Hold on. Invite. Copy. Close. Open. This is so exciting. It's not why what's going on here? Come on. Okay. Where to go? There it goes. It did it. Okay. Close. Open. All right. Let's keep reading chat while we're waiting for him. All right. People are talking to other people besides me, so I don't need to read it. Tim's info mostly came from recollections of Grant Stream. Okay. Tim, Scottie doesn't have the time to talk genetics. I thought there was a poster with all these Carradina crosses. I wish. Where? Is Tim in jail right now? Can we have a tour? Right. That would be exciting. I wish there was a poster that explained this. I would buy it. But I have not seen it, and I wish. So yeah, that's something I'm working on because I think it would be pretty cool, and it would be a good reference, and I can't remember all of it. So I also wish there was a poster of Killifish. So Tim, I sent you the link. I sent it to you. Wait, did I send it to the wrong person? Oh no. What did I do? I'm so confused. What is happening? Couldn't send, it says. Why could it not send? That's really weird. Let's try it again. How about now? Welcome in, Branton. Can we still have a tour, Tim? That would be a cool stream. There are images all over Reddit too. That's always the best source for good info. I don't have Reddit. Does Tim have a cat? I'm getting baited. I sent it to you. Scottie is on a timeout from send links because he sends his OF links too much today. I don't know what that is. Cosmos says, Scottie, we hereby task you to make that poster, which I assume to exist, and sell tons of them at the Clash. Right? I told him if I get rich off of it, Tim gets a big cut, Grant gets a cut, and I get a little cut. Isn't that a good idea? Tim, I sent it to you. It's right there. You read it. Why are you not here? There he is. Hi.
Hey, Scotty.
There he is. Oh,
How you doing?
there he is. Look, he's even on camera.
I am.
Welcome.
So,
all right. Let me share my screen again.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see that.
Why not?
Yeah, it's still too small on my phone. Sideways? There we go. That's bigger. I went sideways.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right. So what the one in question right now is Mishlings.
Okay.
Are
So
they not a hybrid?
they're not technically a hybrid. So the
So they're
reason
their
for
own
that,
species.
correct. So they are a bee. So a Taiwan bee is essentially the same as a crystal bee. It's just a genetic mutation that randomly happened at one point. And so when you do mix a Taiwan bee with the crystal bees, you're going to get a lot of crystal babies. If you start getting Taiwan bee babies in your offspring, then you know that your water parameters are good because you've got good baby survival rate on the Taiwan bees, which are slightly more sensitive. So it's not a true hybrid.
That's crazy. So, but a crystal is a crystal bee. Is a Taiwan bee and a crystal bee two different shrimp?
So it's a genetic mutation. It happened at some point through the selective breeding process. It just happened to mutate one day. And they were able to isolate the genes and stabilize them. And that's why we have the pure red line, the pure black line, the blue bolts. That's technically all the same exact shrimp.
Oh. Huh. So,
So you know your blue bolts, how they've got that white to the under layer of the shell? It's got the blue on
right.
the outside of the shell and it's like a white underneath.
Yeah,
Your crystal shrimp, that's that white underneath.
I get it.
Take a look at your wine red pandas. Very, very similar. It's just slightly different where the patterning is actually occurring.
So, so how should I make this chart then?
So I would leave the Mischlings up with the purebloods because they technically are a pureblood, you know. They're not a hybrid. There's no tiger in their gene.
So, which column do I put it under though?
Can you merge the cells between the column A and B? That way it shows up as being like both, since that is what it is.
Mm. Kind of like that.
Yep, exactly like that.
And then we'll get rid of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when you mix a Taiwan bee and a crystal, what color is a Michelin?
Typically, it's just going to be the
The one of the crystal.
right.
What is a golden bee?
So it's like a pure white line, but it's got like a yellowish off-white color to it. You
Oh,
can
cool.
have like a pinkish color up here as they get older and bigger.
Mm-hmm. OERTBB. Orange eye, red tiger, blue bolt.
Very close. Blue body.
Orange eye, red tiger, blue body.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
Yep. And there's also a regular eye variety of that as well. And they're both tiger Mary eyes, or Mary eye tiger, however you want to say it.
Crazy. Now, what else did he say was wrong with this?
Stardust are not a Serrata.
What
They're
are
just
they?
going to be like a wild tiger. I don't know the actual identified species or described species or however you word that. I'm honestly not sure, and Grant didn't say.
Hmm.
That's a shrimp that Benite brought into the U.S. Shrimp Sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that originally introduced it to the in American the market here.
So I could put it like right there. How about that? All right.
You could put raccoon in the other. Trying to think what other ones might fit in the other.
Oh, I can zoom in. How do I do that?
Should be under view.
It's not. Oh, right here. I'm at 100, but I'll make it bigger. There we go. All right. Hmm.
So that top part there. That's basically all of your pure lines, quote unquote. Those aren't going to be any hybrids up top. So now if we scroll down to the bottom, I can kind of explain the relationship between each of the hybrids.
Yes.
So since we already know, we just discussed that the Taiwan bee is technically a crystal bee. It's the same shrimp. It's just a different route of selective breeding.
Uh-huh.
It does not matter which Taiwan bee you use with a Serrata shrimp. What the outcome should have a backline after you start doing selective breeding, after you get to the Tai bee stage, and then you're gonna have a lot of pintos show up, but you can go a lot of different routes with that. You can get a boa from it, the fishbone, zebra pinto, and the pinto is just really a really general term for a shrimp with spots on the face
Hmm.
or spots, not necessarily on the face, because snowflake shrimp have the spots on the body and not on the face.
Okay.
So
And then Marrier
So
are
Marei will also give you pintos, but you're not going to have that backline. The serrated gene is what gives you that backline. It's the tiger gene that
wow.
determines what phenotypes you could possibly produce.
That's crazy.
By selecting a blue bolt versus a red panda, you might skip a few generations of selective breeding to get to your desired final result.
Uh-huh.
But the reality is, give it enough time and you could do any of them as long as you've got the original starting gene somewhere.
Okay. And Nanasi. That like what is that? Like what does that mean? Is that a
So that's another Pinto. It's going to have a raccoon face mask look to it, and
oh,
then on the back end of it, it's going to be almost like a fancy tiger type patterning, but it looks like a broken tooth in a way.
interesting?
Um, they're really cool shrimp. I really like that pattern myself. Um,
Hmm. Let me say some hellos real quick. Hello, Richard, Daniel, Nancy from Tennessee, Cece's Aqua Escapes, and everyone say hi to. Hold on, where is he? There he is, Cheddar.
Hi,
I'm
Chatter.
surprised. I'm surprised he's up here and he's not still mad at me.
Yep.
All right, back to shrimp.
Yep. So we went over the Marii. The next one down, Crystal with Serrata Tiger. That's where you're gonna get the advanced Nanasi. And that just means that you're also going to have the backline on it.
Okay.
With that
Okay.
cross, you can also have Galaxy Tigers, which is the Nanasi, but a whole bunch of headgear on it. Instead of just the raccoon mask, it's got a lot more.
Okay. Okay.
Each have their own merit, and each have various grades of them. So just having all that extra headgear on it does not make it any better than a Nanasi that does not have it. Um,
Great.
yep. So the pricing on both is fairly comparable. It's not really wildly off typically.
Okay.
Let's see. Next. So anything with a tangerine tiger, once you cross that in, it's now considered a tang tie. And that's just a term that's used. It doesn't indicate any sort of patterning or anything like that. You could have an F1 generation shrimp that's crossed with the tangerine tiger. It's a tang tie.
Okay.
And the same goes with the Aura blue tiger, except it's called an Aura tie.
I haven't heard that one before.
It's not very popular.
Okay. Now, what would you say is the most expensive shrimp on here and why?
On here,
Yep.
so we'll start with the top of the list.
Okay.
The most expensive on here, I would probably say the blue bolts. They do hold their value the most over the years. There's
Mm-hmm.
still a $20 shrimp for the nicer ones.
Wow.
Where a lot of your other ones, you'll find them for 5, 10, sometimes up near $15. Your pure red lines, pure black lines, sometimes you'll see those for 15, $20 is like a high grade. Some of the top grade uh, pure red lines and pure black lines are still going 100, 200 a piece on some auctions.
Wait, say that again? Which one?
The pure red line, pure black line, depending on who bred it,
Oh, I was gonna say.
who's got those,
Hell,
you
I
know what I
got
mean.
them.
Yep. So a lot of the price has to do with the name associated to who's selling it.
I am Scottie Schmidt and I have pure red line shrimp.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's
Mhm.
absolutely insane.
Yep. You start getting into imports and stuff like that, a lot of the price is driven just based on whose name is attached to it.
Wow.
And
All right. How about
with good reason.
hybrid?
It's with good reason too, though. They've put in the many years of hard work and dedication on that one line to make it as perfect as possible to get it
Right.
to the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome in, Jody. How about hybrids? Are they
So,
not as expensive as pures?
so hybrids, those are really kind of from what I've been seeing, it's kind of like a fad.
Mm.
For a while, the purple metallics were going for 50, 60, 75 a pop, no matter who you were buying them from. And now you could get them for 20, 30 bucks a lot of times on the auctions.
Now, there nowhere on here is the word purple. So,
That's a
how do you
pinto.
get a purple shrimp?
That's a pinto. So the purple is gonna be like a black base with some blue in there. So
Oh.
you're just selectively breeding for the darkest black and look for some blue legs. And
Hmm.
over like 2, 3, 4 years, you're gonna have some really, really nice purples.
Okay. Interesting. I don't think I have the patience for all that.
You can see like in between the joints of the legs where it's blue.
Mhm.
Those ones, as they mature up, those are the ones that the shell kind of turn like that grayish purple shiny type color for me.
Interesting. Okay. Now, which of these do best in shrimp shows and why?
All of them except for the wild type,
Okay.
which would be like the tangerine
Stardust and
tiger, aura blue, stardust raccoon, cheetah.
raccoon.
Um, you want a lot of color. You want very
Right.
similar patterns across all of them, very similar size across all of them. Look for very similar legs when you're entering a contest.
Because I think that's coming up for me.
Yep. So what you want to do is just have uniformity across all three or all five shrimp that you're entering into that contest, and that's going to give you a good score just for that category, for that criteria of judging alone.
Hmm.
Um, then you're going to want to try to choose the largest shrimp that you have. If you can find shrimp that are exactly similar, find the largest ones that are exactly similar. That'll earn you some points there.
Okay.
And then you narrow it down. Which ones have the best legs that all look the similar? And you're just trying to always make everything similar, but always try to increase your points on each of the other categories with keeping similar in mind.
I've never looked at a shrimp's legs before.
Do it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Welcome in, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Just in time, we're just talking about genetics.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I like my PRLs, so maybe I can get them. I think I need to get them a little bit bigger. They seem kind of small.
Hmm.
Um. Probably because I don't do water changes every week. Um. But I'm gonna work on them, and then I figured I'll try to start with those.
Yeah, feed a little bit more protein and increase the heat ever so slightly. That'll help increase their size and increase their growth a little quicker.
Oh, okay.
Just don't forget to also supplement with a mineral-rich food. That way, as their body's growing quicker, their shell will also harden quicker. That way, they're molting at the proper time.
And what's a high protein food that you would recommend?
I really like the Shrimp Envy line. It's made
Mhm.
right here in the USA by Robin Shree Bloomfield. It's
Yep.
all plant based, 100% plant based. There's no animal byproducts, no fish meal, shrimp meal, nothing like that. Um, it's just all around a great product. The shrimp love it. Um, yeah, that's what I use.
Okay. That's cool. So what would you say is the next step I need to do on this document? Like, are there more that I need to add or
I think
more?
the next step for the document would be for you to take a year or two and start experimenting with some hybrids of your own. See
Okay.
exactly how the genetics play when you do start hybridizing,
Mm,
even if it's just a call tank in the end. Start with just one tiger and one of either a crystal or Taiwan bee,
hmm.
and just to see over 2-3 generations what types of changes you're getting each generation, you're
Okay.
going to learn a lot from that. I promise you.
That's stressful.
It shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. You're really just breeding shrimp in a tank, and the two shrimp just look different. So when they give the offspring, pull the adults out.
Hmm.
All that will be left are your babies, your F1 generation. Allow them to grow up and allow them to breed out. Remove all the adults, and now you're on to F2.
Yeah, I need more
And
tanks for that.
each generation that you go up, you're going to see a lot of different changes in the shell patterning.
That's
The
crazy.
first 2, 3, 4 generations might be ugly, but you're going to start getting some really, really stunning shrimp very quickly.
Interesting. Welcome in, Big Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to have a document like this so that when I do start mixing some stuff, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also don't know that I'm ready to go that crazy with it.
Right.
I mean, right, I don't even have that many types right now, but I could. Well,
You have one tangerine tiger left in a tank somewhere, don't you?
a big one, yes, and then I got babies
So
from Grant.
you have an empty tank currently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be about a month for them to provide offspring. It'll be another month for them to get mature enough to have offspring of their own, the babies.
Right.
So right now you're at 2 months, and it will take about a month for those babies to grow up. So 3 months out before you'll need another tank setup. Why don't you take the plunge tonight?
So I could do a PRL. Let's see, a crystal and a serrata,
Yeah, just take that one tangerine tiger that you have left, that
and
big
one
one,
PRL,
and you've been wanting to call some PRLs anyway. So take a few of those and move them over and see what happens.
and that will give me an advanced Nanasi with backline.
After many generations of selective breeding.
Oh God! All right, that's
It's going to be a
the
lot of fun,
multiple.
Scotty.
The selective breeding is the tough part.
It shouldn't be. It's really not.
I don't even cull shrimp right now.
Well, you're going to start with the PRLs.
Yeah,
Set up that tank. Just pretend that it's a call tank and see what happens.
yeah. I
Don't
mean,
have
it is
selective
set
breeding
up.
on your mind. Just put the tangerine tiger with the PRLs in there and consider it a call tank. Once you start seeing what they produce, then make a decision from there if you want to actually selective breed them out and try to create your own line, or if you want to just keep that as a home for all of the calls.
Yeah, yeah.
Because down the line, you're going to need a call tank anyway with this many
Right.
varieties.
That's true.
You're going to want to keep all of your lines nice and strong. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Welcome in, Shady Grady.
Hey, Grady.
Selective breeding is the long part. Just front the cash and start with the good stuff. And that's what I've done. Is I have a good line of PRLs, a good batch of them. I just got another batch of Tangerine Tigers, PBLs, and 2 high grade and like 5 lower grade blue bolts. So yeah, that's where I am right now. However, I do have an empty tank that is set up that I was going to use for splitting the PRLs a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura says, well, yes and no on good crystals. Welcome in, Jeff.
Hey, Scotty. So there's nothing wrong at all with just buying this shrimp that you want, whatever
Mm-hmm.
pattern that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I personally find it fun to see what the outcome could potentially be and see each step of the way.
Yes.
That's a lot of time and a lot of dedication.
But I also want to know, like, what am I putting out? Like, when I do start getting stuff,
Hmm.
what are they?
Right.
Um, and that's where this chart will help, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, so this chart should definitely help.
Yeah.
From this chart here, the hybrids down below, there's many different phenotypes that fit within each of those groups,
Okay.
and there's way too many to just list in a single chart, honestly.
Right. Right. But this is, it's a good start, is the way I
Yep.
look at it.
Yep. There's a lot of information in one of Grant's streams. I'll send you the link of that later.
Awesome.
You
Yeah.
you could fill in a whole book full of stuff just
And
out
that's
of
what
one
drives me
stream.
crazy is like I need a physical document of his knowledge.
Yep. Yep. Um, use the 2x speed button to listen to the stream.
Yeah, I do that
Um,
all the time.
yep. And don't be afraid to rewind and take a
Yeah.
bunch of notes.
Laura
I
says
think,
she has a whole notebook for genetics. You
yep.
should publish it. Like get someone to edit it and spruce it up and make it a book. You would probably get rich off of that, Laura.
Mhm.
Big Steve says I'm too cheap for fancy tigers. So what is a fancy tiger?
It's a crystal with a merry eye.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. There we go. So a crystal with a Marriott. Oh, I don't have any Marriott.
I know someone who has some really nice orange eye blue tigers. She doesn't
You?
live too far from you.
Oh, Laura.
Yep, Laura.
Yeah, but during the winter, it's hard to get her to come out of her home. She doesn't go anywhere during the winter. I've been trying. I have some items for her at the ACLC meeting. Let's see. She says I did find a decent chart for fancy tigers. Oh, really? And Jen sells them all the time. Interesting.
Hmm.
So I could take an orange eye blue tiger and cross it with a PRL and get something fancy.
Yep. Yeah, that should get you either a Nanasi shrimp or a fancy tiger, depending on which route of selective breeding you decide to take.
That's cool. That's pretty awesome. All right. Yeah, I gotta do better with water changes, and because I know it really matters with shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want the tanks to get overcrowded with them either. So like the PRLs, I need to. Um, but I think I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
I know you can.
Yeah, but will I? That's the tough part.
You should.
All right. So what else is going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm heading down to North Carolina in a couple days to go see Grant and Shelby.
Oh, for the expo.
Yep. Yep.
Nice. That's exciting.
Definitely is.
Are you vending or just or I guess you're gonna help them?
Yeah, I'm just going down to help them out.
Nice.
I'm going down to hang out with them, but I end up helping out because,
Right.
you know, what else is there to do?
Yeah, yeah.
Can only walk around the vendor room so many times.
Well, hopefully you should do some video of it and
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'll do a live stream walkthrough when I first get there.
that's a good idea for those of us that can't make it.
Yeah, absolutely. I did one last year when I was down there.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's good. So,
I
what are
think
you
that was
getting
my
down there
last
on?
live stream.
You getting there on Friday?
Yeah, I leave Albany Airport 6 a.m. It's supposed to take off, and I'm supposed to land down there at noon after the layovers.
So you'll probably get there at midnight, knowing your luck with airplanes.
Right, right. And I already checked the weather forecast, and we've got 70% chance of frozen mix that morning. Um, and because I booked 2 weeks ago, I didn't think that there would be any chance that I'd have to cancel or change reservation or anything like that. So I didn't get the insurance.
Oh God.
Um, I prepaid for my room. I didn't do the pay when you arrive for slightly higher and you have
Mm,
a free cancellation. Nope, I didn't do any of that either. So
jeez. Well, I mean, I hope you do get there Friday at a decent time because I'm off on Friday and I could actually watch a live stream. I would enjoy that.
yeah, so the expo isn't open until Saturday. So that's when the
Oh,
live stream would be Saturday when the doors open.
okay. I think I'm off. Am I off? No, I'm not off. Wait, am I? I got my weeks mixed up. I am off Saturday. That's right, because I have to work a double on Sunday. That's right. I can't keep track. Laura's going to be in York this weekend. Is what's happening in York this weekend? Oh, CCY meeting. You're going to CCY? What the hell? You won't come to ACLC. And it's let's see, what is it saltwater this Saturday, Laura? Is it oh, a funeral. Okay. Well, heck, you can go to CCY too while you're there. All right. Um, what size tanks do you recommend for all your shrimp? What do you have?
I've got tens for most of mine. I've kept them in fives. The ones in my office right now at work, I've got a 3 gallon tank and then I've got a 1 gallon vase.
Mm-hmm.
So the tank I've got at work, I'm trying to do the impossible. The Stardust shrimp is claimed to be impossible to breed with any other Caridina. About a
Okay.
year and a half ago, I had Stardust and Yellow King Kongs mix in a 10-gallon tank breeding out,
Mm-hmm.
and the Yellow King Kongs were breeding out as Yellow King Kongs. The Stardust were breeding out as Stardust.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started to notice that some of the Stardust eggs, half of them were yellow and half of them were tan.
Mm.
Stardust eggs are typically always tan.
Hmm.
So what's going on?
Right.
I wonder. Um, so what I did, I contacted Grant and he sent me up some male Yellow King Kongs, and I've got those in my office tank. And I also got a couple bags of Stardust shrimp off from him, and I put those in the tank until they buried up. I took a couple of the buried ones out and put them into that vase. The rest of
Right.
the Stardust are completely out of that tank now, the 3 gallon tank. So right now, the only thing in that 3 gallon tank is the male Yellow King Kongs. Once the two Stardust drop all their eggs, I'm going to be moving them back into the 3 gallon tank. And then if those Stardust get pregnant or get buried up, then I know for a fact that they can at least mate. If those eggs hatch and the babies mature to adults, then I know that a crossbreed is confirmed.
Wow. You could be making history.
So that's the experiment that I've got going on at the office right now.
That's exciting.
Super exciting.
And welcome in Matt. And at 7 o'clock your time, which is 8 o'clock my time, I'm assuming, I am going to be very busy going to watching an FFL stream. But
Oh, what's going on
I'm
over at FFL stream today?
a giveaway from Sam Scales.
Ooh, one of my
Yeah.
favorite artists in the fish community.
Right.
There's a bunch of them that are my favorite, but he's definitely up there in one of them.
And welcome into Cooley. And Laura says the question will be if the babies are not neutered. You know what
True.
I mean? Like a
So,
mule.
right. So that is also another possibility of what could have happened with my 10-gallon tank, because all the Stardust, all the yellow King Kongs just slowly went away. The
Mm,
whole colony just kind of faded out. That's why I had to get more from Grant.
hmm.
So, is it possible that they are breeding and producing the offspring, and they're just not capable of reproducing again?
Okay.
Like the offspring, are they sterile? You know what I mean?
Right. Interesting. Another aspect that needs to
Right.
be determined.
Yep.
Wow.
So there's a lot of testing that I need to do on my end. Some of the offspring that I did have in that mixed tank a year and a half ago were coming out very, very yellow color with the
Hmm.
Stardust patterning. Most Stardust are like a deep dark blue color. Why were most of mine coming out like a yellowish color?
Wow. If you have a if you determine that it is possible and you do it, what are you gonna name them?
Oh, I don't know.
It could be a, let me think here, a star crypt.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought of that yet, Scott. Um, we'll see if it's possible, and then we'll see what kind of phenotypes I get off from it, I guess, and go
Yeah,
from there.
that's fascinating. I mean, like, I'm intrigued by all of it. It's just a lot of work.
It is.
Welcome
Most
in,
of the
Craig.
work is just waiting and watching, though.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you, Craig, for being a member for 5 months. That's awesome. I appreciate it. All right. Well, it is 7:40, and we are going to go ahead and end it so that people can use the bathroom and get a snack and a beverage before the FFL stream. Um yeah, and thank you, Tim, for coming up. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm not complaining. I didn't have much to talk about, and you made it a heck of a lot easier. Let's see. Chad is talking though. So Lars trying to breed Sulawesi crabs, and Jeff says, "I'm interested in the outcome. Are you video documenting it?" That's a really good point.
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
So I video the tank occasionally, but I haven't really put any thought behind building it into a video yet.
Okay, but at
Not
least
enough
you have
has
the
happened
material.
yet.
You have the material. That's what counts.
Correct. Correct.
Good.
Just not enough has happened yet for it to become anything close to a concept of a video yet.
Right. Okay, that's cool. All right, everyone. I'm gonna play my outro. Thank you again, Tim.
Yep. See you later.